Welcome back to Range Time. I'm your host, Ghost, and we're here today to talk about the Ace season's rank scores and why they don't really matter. So, looking here, if you're looking at version 12.1.1, we're currently in season 2. It tells you a little bit about ranked runs in Ace. Now, if you missed previous episodes, we talked about here on the dashboard where lead is what allows me to perform a ranked run. Currently, I can't do a ranked run because I am at 0 lead, and I'm also unable to do the daily drill or the weekly series drills that will appear here in gold. When those do show up, I can earn lead to do a ranked run that'll impact my ace rank score for the season. Here's the thing though, each submission that you do costs 1 lead. We can actually go into a stage in a minute, and I'll show you where you can select to do a ranked run, or you can press and hold the A button to start the drill in a ranked fashion with flags on either side. I really wouldn't pay too much attention to your rank score compared to others unless you're using it for your own mechanism tracking if you're getting better. If you're using it for a game as well, you can gamify some of these stages and get better and see yourself go higher on leaderboards. But if you compare yourself utilizing the program to be a training tool and not so much a game, you may find yourself a little frustrated when you compare yourself to some of those higher scores. What I mean by that is there's certain stages that you can gamify and you'll get a really, really high score, but it's not practical. And we'll show you an example of that. So we'll go into drills and we'll go ahead and filter by stationaries, and we're going to sort it by the most popular. One of the drills that you can easily cheese or cheat on is a briefcase. You can see here my all-time score is a 265, and I'm going to demonstrate that's not really practical. So we'll go ahead and go in here. What I want to point out when we get into the stage, you have to be inside the box, right? So I have to teleport because I have a small boundary. And when I'm looking down, I have my teleport ring. I utilize that by pressing up on the joystick of the controller and letting go, and it'll teleport me to where I'm looking. To align my stage to my boundary, I actually can press and hold the meta button. It looks kind of like their emblem. If I press and hold, the stage aligns to me. Now, if I turn to this side here, so I face 90 degrees to the right, the stage aligns to me perfectly. 180 degrees to the left, actually, and it aligns to me. So we'll go ahead and center up on my boundary again. And now my boundary is aligned with me left, right, and center in the real world. If you start utilizing the toggle where you can turn left and turn right at multiple degrees, I think it's a 15-degree interval when you're using the stick, it can really mess you up. So I don't recommend using the stick at all. I recommend sending yourself in the real world, putting yourself in line with your real world boundary, and then pressing and holding the meta button to align the stage to you. Okay. Here on the display board, we can see a couple of things here. The stage name, who it was designed by, the stage brief telling you what to do in the stage, your total round count, and this is a hard round count. If I shoot 6 rounds, it's going to penalize me. The direction in which I'm supposed to be facing, and the button I need to press along with the diagram there as to which button it is and how to start the stage. Ace also added in here if I want to use the trigger to select a practice run or a ranked run and spend 1 lead. If I had any lead, I could do that here. In our case, we're just going to do a practice run. So I'll go ahead and turn and face my targets like a normal shooter would. I don't have a holster on me currently, so I'm just going to go to a position of low ready. Okay. We'll go ahead and stand by.
Stand by.
Missed over the top. That shouldn't have counted that, but that's all right. But as you can see here, these are some of the features we talked about. First shot was a 0.38, great reaction time from a low ready. Second hit was a 0.14, so my split was a 0.14, transitioned over, and a 0.39 for hit number 3. And my final hit was at a 1.23, so transitions are all pretty good. Really just a little high on that 5th shot. But you can see my A score is a 174. Pretty good. Well, Ghost, how did you get 25.46 there on the leaderboard? Well, I'll show you. So you can find yourself in a situation where you're looking at the stage and going, well, you just shot a 174. How are you getting a 200 plus run on this if that seems to be how you shoot the stage? Well, I'll tell you. You go ahead and get in the corner here, and I can shoot the bottom corner of this target, no problem. And it still counts as low ready. I can actually teleport a little bit closer, and it still thinks I'm in the box. So We'll go ahead and stand by and watch what happens.
Stand by.
207, right? 22.38 hit factor. Again, we'll go back to a normal shooting position with a normal low ready for this stage.
Stand by.
Over the top. Still shouldn't be counting those. I don't know. I must be just grazing it, luckily. But the ace score is a 169, and that's really my performance level at this point in time. My first shot's going to be around a 0.4. My fifth shot's going to be around a 1.23. You can see my best stage score is a 0.87, and just this week, practice runs a 25.46. So again, if you go and cheese it though,
Stand by.
there we go. Much faster, much higher run. Total time is about a quarter second faster. So just something to think about when you're talking about rank runs. If you find yourself getting a little frustrated, don't. People are probably cheesing the stage a little bit, jumping the gun, right? Doing it over and over and over again until they get that uh, perfect off the perfect first shot at 0.25 or something like that. Don't get too wrapped up in it. Use it as a training aid. You'll be much better off if you try to compare yourself to those people who have 30 plus hit factors and stuff. Treat it with a little skepticism. Okay. That's all we have for today. We'll see you in the next episode.